Hello students, I am here again with the new video, one of the most important topics of the first chapter, chemical reactions and equations. Here you can see the reactivity series. The reactivity series represents a series of metals according to their reactivity. Okay, I am sure that you are aware with the symbols of the respective metals that are written over here. Let me recall you. K stands for potassium, Na sodium, Ca calcium, Mg magnesium, Al aluminium, Zn for zinc, Fe for iron, Sn for tin, Pb is lead, H stands for hydrogen, Cu stands for copper, Ag stands for mercury, Ag is for silver, and Au stands for gold. So these are the particular metals that are written over here according to their reactivity. So the reactivity of the particular metal decreases downwards. So we can say over here in this series, potassium K is the most reactive metal, whereas Au, which is gold, is the least reactive metal. Now this particular series represents the reactivity of the particular metals, and the reactivity gradually decreases as we go down in the series. Here we see a particular hydrogen, element hydrogen. Okay, above this hydrogen, the number of elements that are, number of metals that are present that are more reactive than hydrogen, and the metals that are below hydrogen are less reactive than hydrogen. So over here, why are we learning the particular reactivity series? You must be aware of a reaction which is a displacement reaction. Displacement reaction, right? What is a displacement reaction? We have learned in one of our videos, or you have learned from your book, that a particular metal, when reacts with a particular salt, it displaces the particular salt and it causes FeSO4 with the release of copper. We have learned this. This is a simple displacement reaction. This is a simple displacement reaction. Okay. So in this reaction, why is this reaction taking place? We have to know. We can see some more examples, like if we say lead, if you take CuCl2, we get PbCl2 and we get copper. Okay. Now this reaction occurs just because the iron that is present over here, is more reactive than copper, and hence it replaces copper from the sulfate. Over here again, if we see lead, which is more reactive than copper according to the reactivity series, replaces the copper and forms cuprate chloride. Okay. This is why these reactions are taking place. The more reactive metal replaces a less reactive metal. But if we see the reaction in the opposite way, say if we say copper when reacted with FeSO4, will copper replace iron? No. The answer is no. Why? Because copper is a less reactive metal. Found below the iron in the reactivity series. Hence, it doesn't have the power to replace the iron. Moreover, if we see this reaction, copper when reacted with PbCl2, this reaction also does not occur. Okay, this is because a less reactive metal cannot replace a more reactive metal. So from this particular video, we understand that reactivity series is more important to learn about feasibility of a reaction, whether a reaction is taking place or a reaction is not taking place. We understand that the reactivity series include a series of metals where we see the metals are decreasing their reactivity towards the down, where we find potassium to be the most reactive and gold to be the least reactive, and according to their reactivities, the displacement reaction occurs where a more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal. So this is one of the most important topic of your chemical reactions and equations. It is more important for this particular reaction, which is the displacement reaction. Okay, hope you go through this reactivity series and you kindly memorize the metals that are more reactive than hydrogen and less reactive than hydrogen. Clear? Coming up